Hey, hey, beautiful people, and welcome to Crowns and Conversations, the space where every story is honored, every journey is valid, and crowned or not, you belong here. I'm your host, Frankie Purdy, your reigning Universe United Mrs. 2025, and I love all things wellness, pageant, purpose, and power. Crowns and Conversations is all about creating a space for real talk with real queens doing real things, whether it's about your platform, personal growth, or what's in your crown box. We're here to celebrate the story behind the sparkle. And today's guests are two that you absolutely need to know. So grab your tea, get comfy, and let's get this royal conversation going. All right. Hey girls, how are y'all doing?
Hi, we're good. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. So I've just did my intro, and so now I want to bring y'all in. So all righty, today we're welcoming two incredible sisters who are proving that crowns and community service truly go hand in hand. Emma and Bella Stevens. They're passionate young leaders from Cookeville, Tennessee, who are using their platforms to make a real impact in their communities. Emma is a Tennessee Tech student majoring in chemistry and pre-pharmacy, and she is the founder of Emma's Novel Bunch, a nonprofit focused on increasing access to literacy through book drives and little free libraries across Tennessee. While her sister Bella is the founder of Annabelle's Angels, a nonprofit organization dedicated to serving deployed troops, schools, hospitals, and families in need through humanitarian and community service projects. And together, these sisters represent leadership, compassion, and purpose, both on and off the stage. And tonight, we're going to get to know the hearts behind the crowns. So please help me welcome the inspiring Stevens sisters, Emma and Bella.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank you.
We're really
Yes,
excited to get to
I'm
talk to you.
excited to have y'all here. I've known y'all for quite a bit. Yeah, I first got accompanied with you guys because Emma and I, nah, I'm sorry, Bella and I
Mhm.
competed in UUM that in 2024, and she won her title that year. So proud, and got to watch her
Aw.
through service. And I don't remember. You know what? I do remember you being there, Emma, but I didn't know you participated in pageants.
Right. Yes, I was there, but I don't think we had met until later on. I think we met throughout the reign that Bella had at some point.
And then later on, you and I actually competed against each other in, well, not against each other, we're in different categories, but
Mhm.
we're in the New Year's pageant.
Oh, sorry
And
about that. We have cats.
I got a cat too, where literally we were like first and second. So we got the
Yeah.
highest scores in the entire pageant. So like I've had the pleasure of competing with both of you guys, seeing you on and off stage, following your journeys. Y'all are an amazing bunch. And so I'm truly honored to have y'all on today for sure.
Oh, thank you
Thank
So
so
you.
much.
so for those meeting y'all for the first time, can you tell us a little bit about yourselves and then how pageantry became a part of your lives?
My name is Emma, and I'm from Cookeville, Tennessee. Frankie already mentioned this, but I'm a tech student majoring in pre pharmacy. My future goal is to become a doctorate of pharmacy. But for me, pageants really started kind of around the time of COVID-19 hitting. And that time for me was really rough. I experienced a lot of social anxiety. So pageants really taught me that it's okay to step out of my comfort zone and that I do have a voice and it's okay for me to voice it. I shouldn't have to be scared of that. So pageants have really brought me out of my shell and have helped me gain confidence and gain a great community of people surrounding me.
I'm Annabella. I'm the younger sister, and I'm about to be a middle college student to become a lawyer. Actually, her lawyer when she's a pharmacist. So that's kind of funny. We're continuing to be a duo even when we grow up. I love everything UT football. I love everything doing community service. I love Tennessee. I want to live here my whole life. I think pageantry really started when I watched my sister do the first pageant ever. It was a fair pageant, and I knew immediately that I wanted to do it too. Seeing the confidence that she had on stage and seeing that whole new version of my sister really inspired me to create a whole new version of myself.
I love that. And y'all are a whole pageant family because your mama, she competes as well.
Yeah.
Yes, she
I
just
didn't know
started.
that. She was like, girl, I took what did she say, a 25 year hiatus? I think she said between pageants. And
Yeah, she did pageants when she was really young. She was in like the Little Miss division in her county fair pageant, and then She did a few odd and end ones when she was in high school, but it ended after high school.
Well, she's amazing, and she's definitely got some strong genes because she's got two beautiful young ladies such as yourself. So
Thank you.
really excited because your mom and Bella and me will all be competing next weekend in a pageant. So I'm really excited. We're all in different age divisions. So, that's what I like about that. So it's friendly competition. It's gonna be really fun and I'm excited. So with that being said, how close are y'all in age? Y'all are how many years apart?
We're 2 years apart, and we actually get mistaken as twins quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't see it, but
I don't
we
see it.
either get twins or we get that she's older, which
Yeah.
I don't see either. But yeah, we're
Yeah.
really close in age.
That's yes. So with that being said, one thing I've noticed is that y'all probably would normally be in the same age divisions
Mhm.
to touch or go depending on what there are. So but y'all don't compete against each other, right?
No.
No, we never have competed against each other. We've never been in like the same age breakdown. We've been in the same supreme breakdown before, but never in the actual same age category.
Oh, okay, that's a blessing because I know that sometimes sisters close in age, with as close as y'all two are, sometimes it would get caught up in having to compete against each other. But that's good that y'all haven't had to do that. Let me see. I wanted to ask, Emma, your platform, Emma's Novel Bunch, you've collected over 20,000 books. Can you talk about where that passion for literacy and reading has come from?
Growing up, one of my favorite memories to go back to in my childhood is when my mom used to read a book to me every night before I went to sleep. And when I started pageants, I discovered this whole community that was driven toward community service. And for me, what I'm really passionate about is reading. So for me, giving back to people who aren't as fortunate as I am to have had a mother that supplied me with literature early on, I wanted to be able to give that access to literature to those who don't have it. And I've been able to do this through the establishment of little free libraries. We, my, excuse me, in my little free libraries, I use a system of take a book, leave a book. So if anyone is able to leave a book, it's greatly appreciated. But they're all free to take, and yeah, it's been such a blessing to be able to collect so many books and be able to place those throughout currently 6 little free libraries that I have established.
I love that. That's amazing. And then, Bella, let's talk about your nonprofit, Annabelle's Angels, and how you've impacted so many people through your service projects, supported troops. And I can speak on that because I've been deployed, and I
Yeah.
can tell you, I love getting a little box every now and again with some snacks and things in it. So, as someone who's been a receiver of those types of care packages, I can tell you on behalf of all the soldiers, we definitely appreciate that for sure. But what first inspired you to want to start that as your service project, your community service?
Well, as my mom is a teacher, she used to have a student, Sergeant Alex Van Alton, that unfortunately died on a rescue mission for his friend. And she used to tell me all the stories about him, how he missed little things from homes. Like it could be Lucky Charms. They just miss the simple things of home that, giving a little taste of it is a little bit of support that we can give them. And I think that really inspired me to start it because not only do Lucky Charms, board games, card games, their favorite type of candy or hygiene items can help them out greatly, especially in times that they really, really need it.
I love that. I really love that. That's amazing. That's another thing I really like about pageants is that community service aspect of it. I love when pageants have that community aspect because it allows you to really take it and like run with it, especially when you have the freedom to kind of like do your own. I know some of the bigger pageants, they have like I don't want to say mandated, but like their service projects.
Mm-hmm.
So I always think it's fun when you have a reign where you can kind of like make it your own, and separate yourself from everything else. Because I can tell you, Bella, one of my favorite things I really enjoyed during your reign of UUM is just you did so much community service and you did so many things and gave back. I not to hate on anybody else's page, but I found your content to be the most interesting
Aww.
during that year. I've never shared that with you, but I definitely wanted to take the time and tell you that your hard work did not go unseen, at least by me. I definitely saw every post and was really proud of you that entire year. So
Thank you.
kudos to you for sure. So like we were just talking about with service, right? You both have such strong community service backgrounds. Growing up, was giving back something that encouraged something giving back must have been something that was encouraged in your household. Can we just let's talk about that a little bit?
So we grew up with our mom encouraging us to do the Cookville Rescue Mission. As a family, we would get to do that and supply a meal for all of those people who needed something to eat at the Cookville Rescue Mission. My mom has always been involved in community service as well. As far as I can remember, she was involved with the Guatemala service projects. So really, it's inspiring to see her work and see ours transform throughout pageantry.
I love that. And so we talked about no, I don't want to go that one yet. I want to do this one. So y'all are so busy, right? Between your community service efforts. One thing is your high scholastic abilities, maintaining such high averages in school, maintaining your pageant commitments, maintaining your community service. How do y'all balance all that? Look, can we talk about that? How do we balance all of this?
It's hard. I mean, it's really
hard.
hard. It's really hard.
I think we support one another really well, though. I mean, we help each other out with ideas for community service, and we help each other make our posts, and we really work together.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword because we do get to help each other, but at the same time, it's double in the same
Yeah.
household. I mean, I have a garage full of like 20,000 books out there. So, it, especially for my platform, it takes up a lot of space and energy, transporting books and storing them. I'm not saying that hers takes any less, but just the quantity of books that I have to keep up with for mine, it's definitely space consuming and time consuming. But it's good to have somebody to also support with their platform. I think it also encourages other pageant girls to step outside of their own community service and help out with a Sister Queens platform as well.
I love that. So one thing I did forget to do is normally what I like to start with before we start is I like to talk about what's in your crown box, right? Because we say this is crowns and conversations. So we normally will talk about what's in our crown box. And then I'd like to normally put our crowns on. I'm not sure which ones y'all are rocking nowadays because I know y'all have a few. So if y'all want to just kind of talk about, I know in my crown box I have like I call them necessities. Somebody else might call it a bunch of crap, but I have my sunshades in here just in case, like I am like running into something. Lip gloss and some rouge to put on my lips. Of course, you got to have an ink pen because most of my appearances have been judging, and sometimes you might not have a pen. I also have super glue because sometimes my jewels will come out. So that helps me with that. And then I randomly have a calendar in here that was a gift I was given for one of my appearances.
So in my crown box is kind of boring compared to yours. Yours is like legit. I mean, you have everything in there. I just have like spare bobby pins. I'm like so not prepared compared to you, but all I have are spare bobby pins for my crown, and that's it.
I have some lip gloss. This is necessary for us dry lip girlies. I also have another magnet because I know a lot of girls that might need one in case they forgot theirs. Like their sash may need one or their contestant number may need one. So I always have an extra one. I also have this journal. There's nothing in it, but you never know when you're going to need to write someone's name down and add them on Facebook later or reach out to them. So I just always keep it in there just in case.
I love that. And so, like, which titles are we representing? So, of course, I'm representing the University United Mrs. 2025 title.
I'm representing 2025 Miss Cannon County.
I'm representing 2026 Miss Teen Royal United States.
I was so excited. So I got to watch. I watched that one when it came on. So that was really fun. Actually, we didn't get to see crowning because it cut off. I don't know if you heard about that fiasco. So I'm just like, what? Like, what's going on? But yeah. And then how much longer Emma, do you have before you crown your successor, or have you already crowned your successor?
I have not. This one is in August, so my reign is coming to a close here shortly, unfortunately. But
Oh my gosh. I'm actually doing Miss Bedford County in a few weeks.
okay.
So this will be my first ever fair pageant. So this should be interesting. We'll see how they go.
That's gonna be fun.
And I haven't been competing either. I put all my full focus in this title. But I am looking at doing something either later this year after I give up my reign. My reign ends in July. So
Mhm.
either something later this year or later next year. But we'll see. You're playing by ear. So I was like, I get it back on the stage and get this practicing. Some of these skills are kind of like if you don't
Yeah.
you lose them. So let's go back to pageantry. So what is one of your favorite memories that y'all share together through pageantry?
Mhm.
That's a really good
Yeah.
question. My favorite memory, it might be different for Bella, but my favorite memory is from when I won the 2024 Putnam County Fairest of the Fair pageant. That was my biggest pageant goal ever. If I wanted to win anything, it was I wanted to be Fairest of the Fair. So for me, that was like my Miss America. And I just remember being so excited to get to see Bella afterwards and my whole family being there. It was just very, very special. It was very special to have my sister there because she was a big part of my journey leading up to that. So being able to hug her with the crown, it was just so special.
Yeah, that was an extremely stressful time for me. I watching that was I don't know whether I was crying or I was like holding myself. I was like I didn't know what to do with myself. But I think that was a really special moment for me too because I know how much she wanted it. And I think it was so crazy like wow, she just won it. Like this is insane. And I got to try the crown on. So
I love that. That is so sweet. I'm an only child, so I don't have a sister. I have some really close friends that are like sisters, but seeing y'all together is just so heartwarming, and I love that for y'all.
Oh, thank you.
So this one's for each of you guys. Whoever wants to answer it first can start. But what's one thing that pageantry has taught you about confidence and leadership?
For me, definitely, it's that confidence is not really a linear path. I talked about the social anxiety that I had, especially around the pandemic, but for me, confidence really just does fluctuate. And pageants is something that is always a steady stream of boosting confidence for me. With so many things that are ever changing in life, school, sometimes you have a bad day, you have a bad test. With pageantry, it's really never a bad day. I mean, they're so fun for me and being able to dress up and get my hair and makeup done, it's always a really nice confidence boost.
for me, I think there's so many different types of confidence. Like you can have confidence in your sport and maybe lack it in pageantry, and you earn it over time, not something you're just given. I think
Mhm.
for me, when I played a sport and did pageantry, winning a pageant was extremely amazing for me. And then I would go and I'd play my sport and I would not have the same amount of confidence. And I think it really opens my eye to see how much pageantry has really changed me. And now that I don't play that sport anymore, pageantry is my life, and I'm extremely excited because even now I grow with confidence. It's never ending.
That's awesome. What this is a good one. Because I think we can all agree that pageantry, you really need a good support system, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
understand what's going on. So living in a house where each of y'all do pageants, your mom does pageants, and I'm sure I guess the other people in your house also probably too are very supportive. How is that living in a household where everyone understands pageantry and you have that support? How does that feel?
It's just such an overwhelming blessing. I mean, we're so fortunate, and just to think about how privileged we are to grow up with such an amazing support system and parents who will support us doing this really time consuming, money consuming sport is just absolutely amazing. I remember going to my mom the first time and saying, I want to do the county fair pageant, and her just going all in. It's something that's so rare and something that should be just so, so honored and so respected because this really isn't the same situation for everyone. And I acknowledge that. I acknowledge just how incredibly lucky we are. It's so amazing to have parents that stand behind you like this. I remember going back to Fairest of the Fair. I remember my stepdad took me to hair and makeup that day and had my Fairest of the Fair gown laid in the back of his truck all the way out so it wouldn't wrinkle. So it really is amazing to have people who support you like this.
Yeah, it really is. And I think that's why we've learned that community service is so important, because other people may lack a support system and we may be the support system that they need.
It's funny you mentioned that because a memory just came up. So when we did the Miss New Year's Eve pageant, or whatever it was, the title of it was, I showed up. It was just me and my husband. And of course, men can't come backstage. So of course you need somebody to help you zip your dress up and things like that. And I remember we ran into each other and y'all were just so sweet. Y'all let me like stay with you guys, and we like hung out like there. And I remember, I remember helping Bella get into her gown. And not Bella, Emma, sorry. Emma getting her gown. And it was just really special, like, because I felt like part of the family, to be honest. Like, we talked about that support. Like, I felt super supported. Y'all three were just really awesome. And I never shared that with you guys, but that just popped up in my head. I was just like, that was like a little family. Like, it was really nice. Because it's like, it's hard sometimes when you show up to a pageant and you don't have anybody to help you get ready or do anything. Y'all were very, very helpful. And so I really appreciate that.
Yes, that was such a fun day.
Yes, it was.
I know. It's so like even today, right? So I got this. I was like, hi, see. And then I saw Carly, and then we saw I never met her before, but she's actually I think she's the teen UUM.
Yes, Kaylee. Yes.
She was really sweet. And we're all like, okay, well, I'll see each other next weekend.
Yeah.
So I love that for us. It's so much fun. And so, okay, I got some like fun questions, right? Okay. So let's be honest. Which one of y'all takes longer to get ready for the pageant?
Oh, it's 100%.
Oh, it's me. Yeah,
I've
got the long hair, the thick hair. My makeup artist, I praise her because there's no way I could curl my own hair. It takes forever. To tease my own hair takes forever. So kudos to her for doing it. But I definitely think it's me.
So a little hack we have is, instead of going to get our nails done before every pageant, we just use the little fake press-on nails. Yeah. And it's so funny because every time I put them on, I'm like, I just throw them on really quick and I'm done, because I'm going to rip them off later anyway. But Bella is so calculated with it, and she'll take the time to line them all up and make sure they're going to go on her nails just the way they like. And so she definitely takes longer to get ready just because she's so calculated with it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, y'all look beautiful every time. Y'all put on a good performance.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see. If you had to describe each other in 3 words, what would they be?
I'm going to say Bella is driven, cunning, and very intelligent. She's driven. She's one of the most driven people I know. If she wants something, she's going to go after it with all of her heart and full force ahead. She's also very cunning and very, very, very smart. I think it's amazing to see the differences in our brain, even though, we're so close and growing up in the same environment. It's really interesting to see how her brain is more geared toward, English and law, and mine is like the complete opposite. It's more geared toward STEM and especially chemistry. So those are the words I would pick for her.
For Emma, I would definitely say ambitious too, because when she has something in her sights, I know she's going to get it. And I definitely say she's studious, because she will work hard to get that. Whatever it is, she's going to put her 110% into it. And just like what she said, we differentiate so well. Like, she's full chemistry, wants to be a pharmacist, and I want nothing to do with chemistry. So that's amazing to see that. But I would also say she's authentic. I mean, she doesn't try to be anybody else but herself. And I mean, she is really unique. I don't know anybody else that has about 100 Squishmallows in her room. And she sticks true to that, and she knows that's true. So.
Okay. Thanks for telling everybody that, Phil.
You're welcome.
after everybody watches this, they're gonna want to go get a sister, or they're gonna be like, "Why is my sister like?" Y'all like the perfect pair. Sometimes you think about siblings and you think about fights and arguments, and I want to get a bathroom first or whatever. But y'all just seem like y'all just are the perfect blend of like friends as well as siblings, and I love that for you guys. I feel bad for myself that I don't have a
Oh,
sibling
you
like
have us. We're your sister queens.
that's facts. Facts. I'm gonna
Mhm.
watch that. Thank you. I love that. Okay, so we are, believe it or not, we've been on this call for 25 minutes already. It goes by so fast.
It does.
Conversations are so much fun and so great. So when we come to the end, I want to know, what advice would you give to a young girl who wants to get involved in pageantry? Like, what advice could you give that person?
I would just advise them to stay true to themselves. It's so easy, especially nowadays, to fall into this idea that you have to follow a certain beauty standard. But I believe that everyone is beautiful in their own way. And I especially want to see everybody's own unique identities stay true to themselves in pageants. I wouldn't want this to impact someone negatively to where they lose themselves. This is meant really to find yourself the way I did. I found myself through pageants. That's, I would say, stay true to yourself. Yeah.
I would say find your group. Even though we don't know some of these people before pageants, we know them now, and they help us out whenever we need it. We have a group of pageant people, and it's such a close community. I mean, we don't have a lot of people in this community, so if you find your people and you stick with them, and they're going to help you through your journey.
That's funny. I actually made a whole like 10-minute video about find your tribe and like how important it is, because these are the people gonna keep you grounded. They're gonna be the ones that tell you like, no, ma'am, do not wear that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is not your color, like all the things, because like sometimes we get into our own heads and we just see things a certain way. And we're like, it has to be this way. When in reality, it's like, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. And so having that community of people that is not criticizing you, but just really want you to get that title that you want and help you get there. So I can definitely agree. So now we're gonna end with like some this or that questions, right? So I'm gonna like name two things and tell me which one you like better, okay?
Okay.
All right, so it's after the pageant, and what are we doing? Are we grabbing a hamburger, something greasy, or are we grabbing like a salad, something healthy? Which one we going with?
Oh, absolutely the hamburger.
Hamburger.
Not the salad. No,
Mhm.
no, no.
Mm-mm.
It
I'm
burns calories. It's work.
Yeah, it
I
is.
need something with sustenance. I don't
Mhm.
need. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely the burger.
Okay, perfect. So next question is, do we prefer crown and sash or just crown for an appearance?
That's a good. That's a good one. I think it depends on like the etiquette of what you're going to. I would say we usually do crown and sash, but definitely it depends on what you're going to, what event it is.
Yeah, I agree.
So then the next question is, are we doing sneakers or are we doing heels? Heels or sneakers?
Heels.
Mm,
Heels.
No, I'm gonna say sneakers.
I know that's right.
Specifically the Betsy Johnson bedazzled sneakers. Yeah.
We're going
Fancy and comfy at the same time.
period.
I want to wear heels all the time. Yeah.
I know that's right. A different kind of fancy. But girls, it was been amazing talking to you ladies. Y'all are just so wonderful, wonderful people. I mean, because in the scheme of things, y'all are relatively still very young, but you just have a level of maturity beyond your years. And I really appreciate that. I know that y'all have been such a great addition to my life. And I look forward to just our continued friendship over these next years as we continue to compete and see each other in those circles. So, ladies, you have any final words you want to leave with everybody?
I just want to say thank you so much for having us.
Yes.
Hearing all these things from you, it's just like so
Heartwarming.
special because you're so amazing. And
Yeah.
like you're saying, we're amazing. Like you're amazing. So just thank you so much for having us. And it's been a pleasure getting to talk to you.
Yes, this was a great opportunity to get some of this information out there for whoever may need it.
Perfect. All right, ladies. Well, I look forward to seeing y'all again next weekend.
Yes.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye. All righty, y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining us today. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.